Welcome everybody back to the channel, Zalpal. So we're continuing our Let's Play with my quality build. So, last time we tried to fight Renala, we were using the Halberd. We did end up going and beating her, although we didn't, well, you know how it went. We had to record it after the fact. We actually did a couple of things after the fact, so let's just kind of get you up to speed. So, we were able to effectively use the Bloodhound Fang. Is that what it's called? Bloodhound's Fang. It's possessive, sorry. So we took that and beat Renala. We also went and fought the Knights Cavalry to get he's between East Ray Lucaria Gate and Bellum Church to get the Knight Rider Glaive. You see we've started to upgrade that already. We're working towards getting that 26 strength to one-hand it. But overall we want to get strength up relatively high. Stat-wise, let's take a look here. So right now we're only working on Vigor. We want to get to 30 Vigor before we do anything else. Just to have that extra health, and then we'll start working on, we'll get strength to 30, or we'll get strength and dex to 30, and then we'll see if we're going to start splitting off into focusing on one or the other. I do want to maintain a 50-50 build. I'm not sure if I made this clear before. We are going to go to level 150, so we can do higher level invasions and stuff later on with this character. That's not really part of the Let's Play right now, though. So, we beat Renala. That leaves a couple of things for us to do. We can go and tackle Carian Manor. There's not really any reason for us to do that other than to meet Ronnie and talk to Celavis. I was thinking about the ending, and I think we might just go with whatever ending we can get. We do want to do Ronnie's quest just so that we can fight Estelle later on, but also, we can get the Dung Eater as a puppet if we go and start his quest before finishing Ronnie's. So, and really all that takes is, we can also do Selen's quest as well. It's kind of easy. We haven't really, that's not it, it's right here. We can head over to Waypoint Ruins and start that. And basically what it takes is us finding one of the two bodies of the Grandmasters, finding a spell, and then we have to go find the other one. It's kind of a little bit of a deal. We can start it once we start getting into Caelid. We kind of got in there already. But Caelid's going to come after we do this northern part of Liurnia. Like, we'll go into Caelid. Not sure if we really need to do Millicent's questline. I don't think it's completely necessary, but, you know, fighting Commander O'Neill in the swamp is kind of worth it in some ways. We do get a halberd for it, so even if we don't do Millicent's questline, we will go do that stuff. Although we do get an Ancient Somber Smithing Stone for doing that. Or an Ancient Dragon Somber Smithing Stone for doing that. So it seems like it might be worth it, but we'll tackle that once we get to Caelid. For right now, because we want to start that quest line and get access to Celavis, we'll go ahead and enter Carian Manor for now. So Carian Manor shouldn't take us too long. I think the biggest, most difficult part about Carian Manor is getting through Royal Knight Loretta. And it really just kind of depends on when you tackle this. Sometimes if you come here first, just to progress that quest a little bit, you know, it gets a little hairy. So this being almost level 50, having Bloodhound's Fang and all that stuff, I think we might be able to handle it. Going up in here. So, what I think might be worth it... Oh, actually, doing Millicent's questline does have some pretty good... Oh my god, these guys. We do get the dexterity boosting talisman, and so that's somewhat worth it on its own. And then once we can get both the dexterity talisman and the strength talisman in Caelid. So actually, did we get... This is silly. This is really silly, but because we beat... I should have done this first of all. Because we beat our second shard bearer, we actually get a talisman pouch, and that'll be handy. So I think I mentioned this at the beginning, but we kind of want to go in the direction of a tank, so we want to get our base stats for, like... Yeah, sorry. I'm trying to speak while this lady's speaking. There we go. Yep. Okay. Karian Manor Gate. Let's go ahead and take a look at our... We probably don't have a whole heck of a lot of talismans just yet. We'll go with the Filigreed Crest. That's just an all-around decent talisman to use for now. It's going to reduce the FP cost of our skills and stuff like that, so... let's see. We go to here. We're doing this. We want to get our health to 30. So there are some useful items in here. Okay, I thought for sure just by running this way I would not have this many problems. Okay. That's a trap. That's a trap for sure. This area is really good for like a mage build. So we're not really focusing on a strict mage build right now. There's not really much we need from in here. Other than what's behind here, which is a smithing stone 4, I believe. That'll come in handy. Okay, so we'll light and rest really quick. Just have the full health. So like I mentioned earlier, it seems as though I'm not too interested in getting the Ronnie quest. I've gotten that already, but we can work towards one of the Mending Rune quests, which, since we want to get the Dung Eater as a puppet, we're probably going to do Fia's, because hers is the only one... Well, we don't have to. We don't have to collect that Mending Rune to get the remembrance. So, I am just kind of running through here. We're trying to establish a... we're just trying to get to Loretta. She's really the only important part here. At least getting to Loretta, that is. So, we didn't take any damage. We can continue forward. Let's go get that seed. Shoot. Okay. He wants it. So the guard counters putting in the work. Grab that. We only have the wolf ashes. The wolf ashes will get us somewhere. Okay. Let's just see what we got here. We've got 2. We don't have any sacred tears, so... What's that mean? I don't know. Let's take a look at our physic. Get the bubble tear. Okay. I think we're okay. I don't know if we can actually upgrade our flasks. I should have checked that. Can. Okay. So I didn't get a chance to check. I'll get the chance to check in the boss fight, but with us having such a lower FP consumption, I feel as though we'll be able to get quite a ways here. Are you fucking kidding me? Sometimes you can just run and jump, sometimes you fall in between. Okay. So like I said, a lot of... I don't want to say all the items, but a good chunk of items here are kind of... not quite... I don't want to say worth our time, but, you know, we're not really going for that stuff, so... Okay. That's fair. Not fair. Okay, yeah. No, Loretta is going to be quite the fight. Ooh, yeah, that is not one to get caught by. Yeah, alright. That wolf has survived for a surprisingly long time. I gotta be honest, that's the first time I've gotten a one and done on Loretta. Which is nice. Not quite a level, right? Or is it a level? Almost a level. Now, sometimes this is buggy and doesn't... Oh, it lets me do it. Yeah, who would have thought, you know? Oh, but I have no soul items for it, so... Just go ahead and rest. Really what we're interested in here... Oh, you know what we're interested in, but... Just to recap, we're just starting Ronnie's questline enough before we have to go... Before we progress too far. We actually have to go down into the sewers and free the dung eaters so that we have... an opportunity to get him as a puppet. One of the main reasons why we go through all of this is to fight Estelle. We're trying to do all remembrances, so while there are some bosses that just kind of seem like optional for this playthrough at the moment, they really do kind of serve a purpose. You know, we can't get to Ronnie without...
No reason in particular. Intriguing. Wilt thou enter into my service? I am the wit that I might want well. I see thou art a root I require as I anticipate.
Okay, let's keep talking to you.
There is in my... I would have thee... I have called for Blythe to... heed not that. I'm sure the others... Speak thou needs. It hath been a pact.
So this is kind of a silly situation. When you initiate this, after you get through that dialogue, you actually can't leave the tower until you go and talk to all three of her team, and then go back and talk to her. So it's just kind of... Okay.
Long time, friend. Blythe. Glad to have you in the service of me. Well, I'm still in Nimue, the eternal city of Makar. Lies somewhere. I'm planning to go below to see if I can.
Yeah, sorry.
I'm going below, see if I can. Don't keep me waiting.
So just progressing the quest line is a little bit tedious. We're not going to worry about doing all that right now.
I don't know what it is, the mistress, but since I asked the Duke, I resume pay me of it. Should you, if it were up, but who am I to stand against the wish you? I resume pay me.
Yeah.
Should you
Okay.
wish to be?
So let's see if
shall soon, and it will be this doll's body. Still, I look forward to. I shall soon, and it will be some. I look forward.
Yeah, so basically we have to go kill Radon to get an entrance into Nokron. We have to go do, like, you know, a little bit of tedious, like, dialogue searching, I guess, like talking to characters, um, which includes finding Blythe underground, talking to Celavis, going to talk to Selen, and I feel like by the time we do all of that stuff, you know, that's very easily like 30 minutes of a Let's Play, so we're not going to worry about doing the odds and ends of quests right away. We kind of want to just get into making some progress, so and actually we could go and do a lot of Selen's. Oh, here it is. Excuse me. We could do a lot of Selen's questline. That also somewhat requires us to get into Altus Plateau anyway, so.
Did you not realize?
This guy's such an a-hole.
Even you can. Good.
So,
Now I shall hand over the potion in question. Find Nefer. I expect.
so we take the potion, we can give it to Nefeli after. Actually, we could give it to her at any point. But we can actually give it to the Dung Eater once we get his quest far enough. So, what I like to do from here is I like to set up entering Altus, and then I go into Caelid to do a majority of Caelid. We can't really. Let's see here. Where is the best place? Right here. So we've talked to them. We got the potion from Celavis. We're going to go ahead and go do the Precipice. We're just trying to, we want to farm a little bit of runes. We have a little bit of ways before our next remembrance boss, so just kind of play it safe, I guess. We want to get some levels for Vigor, because once we hit 30, we'll be safe to kind of put some points into Dex and Strength. I want to have them both at least to 30 before I get too crazy. We can always respec. We want to maintain the quality build, but we can always respec if we find a weapon that will scale better off of strength or something. But for right now, I think we're going to focus on using the Bloodhound's Fang and the Knight's Cavalry Glaive. If that's, I think that's what it's called. Really want to use a glaive and a great shield. Like, for example, we can put like that Loretta slash on the glaive, I believe, and we would have quite the deal. Alright, so we did hit it. Okay. So we can take a little path down here, down to the shore. And we'll head to the Precipice. Because what we'll find down here is, or in this area, it's optional. I should point that out, I guess. It's an optional area, it's an optional boss. You get smithing materials, and you can fight the Magma Wyrm, Makar, which is all fine and good. But it gives us access to the Altus Plateau if we don't have the Dectus Medallion, which we do. I believe we do have the Dectus Medallion. We should. Here. Light this grace. I guess it's also worth noting that going into Altus this way gives us like a rear entrance into Mount Gelmer, in which we could take that and we could go get Selen's quest started if we get the spell from the primeval or the primal sorcerer Azur. And we want to make sure we grab as much stuff here. We want to have our glaive as upgraded as possible once we're able to use it one-handed. We could use it two-handed now. I know we're that's how we're running through. This at the moment. That elevator actually went a lot quicker than I thought it would. Usually the enemies have time to get on the elevator. We might get some souls for it. I don't mind fighting some of the enemies here. Some of them are kind of in the way, and it's important to take them out, but and that's how you do that. Okay, we should have enough. We'll see if this guy follows me up here. That's a negative. Alright, so we are...
So you can make me feel like worried about my...
Let me see here. Is it up there? It's up there. Oh, I passed it.
I did ask what...
What?
I want to say stuff, but then I don't want to mess up your recording.
Okay. I just killed the singing one because they can poison us, but you're gonna have to deal with the flying ones for a little bit. And we're really just interested in getting the smithing materials here, nothing else. This part, I don't think there's a lot to get. Oh, there's one over there. Take a little bit of damage, get to the top, boom. I think we should be able to we'll take Targroth up there. So we get a gesture from him anyway. Yep. Makes sense. Ooh, we are not doing a lot. Oh. You get about one. My wolves are dead. Why don't we go ahead and use this real quick. Alright, well, I got him. Not quite sure if we could use the scale sword, but we could check. It has a faith requirement, so probably not so much. Let's see how buggy it is. If we can get this. You see how buggy this is? It's here, but I can't get it. So, that's okay. We really only just want that for Volcano Manor stuff, but we haven't really gone to see patches yet, so we won't worry about it right now. We can always go to the one that's just outside of it. Okay, that's another level for us. And some weapon upgrades, so we'll go do that and wrap this up. So 7,500 left.